Are you thinking about buying a house in 2024? And these last few weeks of 2023 are so critical. Just as we look at what we did in 2023, setting ourselves up to have our goals in place for 2024 and doing it now and being ready. Eric Hatch here with Century 21. If we have not connected yet, please subscribe to our channel, hit like, whatever it is, contact me. Happy to chat with you in regards to these 5 amazing things. Number 1 is creating a budget. As you sit down and you look at where am I at, where do I want my house payment to be? But I want you to look at it and think, where do I feel comfortable? Do I feel comfortable at this position with this payment? Yes. Most of us who purchase homes, including myself, you actually get to that comfortable level and you actually stretch it just a little bit beyond. So now you feel maybe just a bit uncomfortable. And that's where you want to be. You do not want to go further than that where you're feeling like you don't have any extra cash or anything else to spend. Don't put it where you're completely have a house, but then you cannot afford to go out, spend any money, can't do anything else, and you're just stuck in your home. That's lame. So sit down and have that discussion, write it on paper, look at all your expenses, and this is a great time to do it, close to the end of this year, to look at what did I spend this year and what can I afford for a new house payment in 2024. Number 2 is save for your down payment. Need to look and analyze how much money that you have and how much money that you may need. A lender might ask you and tell you, how much do you have? Do you have 5%, 10%, 20% down? But that's just for your down payment. You need to understand there's another chunk of money that is actually for your closing costs. Now, don't be alarmed. There's many different ways that we can do to have that buried into a loan or have a seller give you a credit for that amount of money as well to be able to cover that. So feel that there are different ways to maneuver and negotiate that, but you still need to understand that there's down payment and there's closing costs. How much do I need to save to be able to purchase in the beginning of the year, middle of the year, or end of the year? Number 3 is where's your credit score? Sometimes you look online, it says, hey, I want to find my credit score. It may not be exactly what they tell you here online. So it's important to actually check with a lender, which we're going to discuss that in a moment, is to look where your credit score is. Because the higher your credit score is, the better interest rate that you're able to receive. And so if you think that, and you discuss that with myself, with your lender, think if I can just get a half or get a 0.5% lower interest rate, where do I need to be on my credit score? So checking your credit score and making sure you have the right number to be able to make that educated decision. Number 4, research mortgage options. This is really important for you to do. You've got VA, FHA, CalHFA, financial help from the city, from the state. There are many different things that you can find online about this. Now, there's what I would classify, maybe still some people might do this bait and switch where they say, hey, here's this amazing rate. Oh, but by the way, you've got $50,000. I'm exaggerating here, but some large amount of number for a closing cost. So just because you see a low interest rate doesn't mean it all is the same compared apples to apples. So there's a lot more than just a rate. There's mortgage companies. There's someone, if I have an issue and a concern with having a local mortgage representative who I can pick up a phone and talk to that person and say hi to them versus going into maybe a queue with 50 different people that are helping you. So there's a lot going on there that you want to analyze that, because having a local representative, a local lender to actually help you, guide you through the process here locally is so critical and so important, because they're going to be able to put you in a program that actually best fits your needs versus maybe some online program that shows, yeah, the interest rate looks really enticing and great, but they don't have that customer service, and maybe they have different fees that maybe a local lender that will be able to put you in the program that's best fit for you. Number 5, an emergency fund. What's an emergency fund? Well, this is what it is. We throw so much money, everything we can. I've seen people sell a car, sell something, sell personal belongings to get all the down payment, the closing costs, and they throw it all into their house. And they have this large house payment and they have nothing else there other than now working and resaving some savings. That's not maybe the smartest way to go. You need to make sure that you set aside this emergency fund. And when I see emergency, it's like a clogged toilet. It's like the heater might go out, your refrigerator dies. Those are type of things that are unexpected. And yes, there are home warranties that we can actually chat about there as well. So keep in mind that you want to have a little bit of money set aside for those surprises, those unexpected events that actually happen. Home ownership requires home improvement. Because there are times where I've actually sold and won into homes and sold houses $200,000 less than maybe their neighbor's house because they've never ever replaced a deck board, or they never replaced anything in their house. So when you go to sell, because I know right now you're not really thinking about selling your home because you're concentrating on buying it, but it's important just to have that fund, have that emergency fund, and have that improvement fund continue to go through, so when you end up selling your home, you have created an investment that will be worth way more than if you just went in and lived in it and did absolutely nothing. And the bonus tip is to work with certified professionals. Guys, it's so important to find a real estate agent, a real estate lender, a financial maybe person, pulling them all together, having these consultations, which all of them will actually do them for free and chat with you in regards to what best fits your needs to help guide you to improve your interest rate, to find the budget, to save money, to be able to get you in a home in 2024. So if you're ready to do that, ready to create a plan now to be able to have home ownership, I would love to connect with you. Give me a call and let's talk soon.